26th of February 2025, the much-awaited and deeply revered Hindu festival Maha Shivratri. It is among the largest festivals in Hinduism, and it signifies the wedding of Lord Shiva, one of the deities of the Hindu Trinity, with his consort, the goddess Parvati. The day is marked by grand festivities and celebrations across the country. This year, Mahashivratri holds a special significance. The festival is considered exceptional as it coincides with the Maha Kumbh 2025. Mahashivratri 2025 is the last day of the Maha Kumbh Snan. It is for this dip into the Triveni Sangam that millions of pilgrims gather at the Maha Kumbh in Prayagraj, India. In the last month and a half, 600 million devotees have taken the sacred bath here at the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna and mythical Saraswati. This holy ritual in Hinduism is believed to wash away sins and free the soul from the cycle of rebirth. In this episode of WION Wideangle, we bring to you the significance of Mahashivratri 2025. The difference between Shivratri and Mahashivratri. What planetary positions make this festival so special this year? The final holy dip at the Maha Kumbh on Mahashivratri. And Ayodhya and Varanasi also see a huge surge in devotees. Mahashivratri is one of the most prominent Hindu festivals celebrated all over India and by Hindus worldwide to honor Lord Shiva, one of the main gods of the Hindu Trinity, and his consort Parvati. The three deities that make up the Hindu Trinity are Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. Mahashivratri, or the Great Night of Shiva, represents the union of Lord Shiva with Goddess Parvati, signifying the harmony of the masculine and feminine forces present in the universe. The festival holds immense spiritual value as devotees seek to receive the blessings of Lord Shiva at a time when his divine energies are believed to be boundless. The night is marked by rituals, prayer and fasting, all reflecting a deep reverence and devotion. Shivaratri and Mahashivratri are two names that sound similar and are dedicated to Lord Shiva. But they aren't the same and hold different meanings and significance. Let's delve into both. For ardent followers of Lord Shiva, every month brings an opportunity to celebrate his divine presence. Shivaratri is observed on the 14th day of each lunar month, just before the new moon. This sacred night marks a time of fasting, prayer and pujas dedicated to Lord Shiva. Among the 12 Shivaratris observed throughout the year, one stands out as the most significant, Mahashivratri. This grand occasion takes place on the 14th night of the waning phase of the moon in the Hindu month of Phalgun, falling either in February or March. Devotees consider this night extremely auspicious, offering prayers with unwavering devotion and joy. Temples brim with devotees, all seeking the divine blessings of Lord Shiva.
So Shivratri happens once a month, okay? But Mahashivratri happens once a year. So as I said, these are, fasts, like there are Ekadashi fasts and there are, some people do a Hanuman fast, some people do a Shiva fast. So all of these were methods to help you remember. Of course, you want things, you feel deprived, you want to pass an exam, you want to find a good husband or wife, you want a child, you want to get a better job. This is our life and we accept it. See, our traditions accept it. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. All of this is acceptable.
The origin of Mahashivratri, according to ancient Hindu scriptures, comes from the belief that this day marks the wedding anniversary of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. One legend says that on this day, Lord Shiva performed the Tandav Nritya or cosmic dance, symbolizing creation, preservation and destruction. Another popular belief associated with Mahashivratri is the legend of Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean. As per Hindu mythology, a pot of poison emerged from the ocean, threatening to destroy the universe. To save the universe, Lord Shiva drank the poison, but held it in his throat, turning his neck blue. And so Lord Shiva is called Neelkant, the blue-throated one. The significance of Mahashivratri is this sacrifice of Lord Shiva. A lesson that real strength is derived from selflessness and devotion. But what makes Mahashivratri this year more important than ever before? This year in 2025, the Mahashivratri festival is considered more special as it coincides with the Maha Kumbh. And the important thing is the last day of Maha Kumbh Snan or Holy Dip on the 26th of February. Taking part in the Maha Kumbh Snan on this auspicious day is believed to provide various spiritual benefits to devotees, from cleansing to spiritual enlightenment. A rare celestial arrangement of planets and stars during Mahashivratri is thought to exert a profound influence on the body's energy centers or chakras, facilitating the circulation of energy throughout the body. On Mahashivratri, devotees observe fasting and refrain from sleeping throughout the night. They engage in the continuous chanting of Lord Shiva's name to seek his blessings. The observance of Mahashivratri is said to purify the soul and bring spiritual awakening. Held once every 12 years, the Maha Kumbh Mela is a time for pilgrims from across the world to come to Prayagraj. They visit the confluence of the Ganga, the Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati rivers in India to take a dip in the holy waters, to cleanse themselves of sins and to break the cycle of rebirth and achieve spiritual liberation. It is this place known as Triveni Sangam that is believed cleanses sins and provides freedom. According to legend, a fierce battle broke out between the gods and demons over the possession of elixir or amrit. And as a result, drops of this nectar fell at 4 locations on earth, marking the sites where the Kumbh Mela is celebrated today. The Mela site keeps rotating between one of these 4 pilgrimages, where drops are known to have fallen. In Haridwar in the state of Uttarakhand on the banks of the Ganga, in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh on the banks of the Shipra, in Nashik, Maharashtra on the banks of the Godavari, and in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh at the confluence of the Ganga, the Yamuna and the Saraswati. The Amrit Snan is the event's biggest highlight, with saints leading ceremonial processions to the riverbanks on auspicious occasions.
See, there are many stories and many interpretations. Now, the 144 years thing is, again, a bit controversial, but essentially they are saying that 4 planets are aligning, that is the Sun, the Moon, Jupiter, as well as Saturn. Now, Jupiter is the key in the Mahakumbhs. In fact, normally you expect the Mahakumbh to happen once in 12 years because Jupiter takes 12 years, to cycle around the Sun. And so that is the real significance in my view. But the 144 year comes by the alignment of 4 planets. Now, in the Indian system, Jupiter is Guru, but Shani, Saturn, is also considered a very powerful planet, and of course, Moon and the Sun.
On the last day of the world's largest religious gathering, Maha Kumbh 2025, more than 10 million devotees assembled to take the final snan at the Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj on the occasion of Maha Shivratri. It is believed that bathing in the holy river during Maha Kumbh on Maha Shivratri purifies the spirit as well as the body. Performing snan allows the devotees to attain moksha or liberation.
Today is the last day of Kumbh. We have come here to take the last holy dip, and we are extremely lucky to be able to do it in the sacred Ganga river. We do not know when we will ever get a chance to attend Kumbh again.
There is a huge rush because it is the last day for all devotees to take a holy dip. We were lucky enough to take a holy dip today.
So there are 45 days of this snan, the dip, the holy dip in the rivers. And these 45 days, you start with Vasant Panchami, you end with Mahashivratri. And Mahashivratri is one of the most important days in the Hindu calendar, as you know, because it symbolizes 2 or 3 things. But one, certainly the union of Shiva and Parvati. And why is this union so important? Because, neither the male dominates nor the female dominates, but they merge. And they create a new entity, a beautiful entity, the androgynous Ardhanarishvara. So, in fact, it is symbolic.
The city of Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh underwent extensive renovation and a restoration drive to accommodate the needs of tens of thousands of devotees from around the world who visited the Maha Kumbh in 2025. Considering the huge crowd at the religious congregation on Mahashivratri, the Uttar Pradesh government made additional security measures to ensure proper arrangements and safety of devotees. The state government deployed 40 teams of police on motorbikes on all major roads and highways leading to the Prayagraj. Additional Director General and Inspector General level officers were deployed along the 7 road routes to Prayagraj. To manage the expected influx of devotees, on February 26th, Mahashivratri, vehicle movement was restricted in the Maha Kumbh Mela area from 4 p.m. onwards, with the entire Prayagraj following suit from a little later. Only vehicles with passes were allowed to park in the designated parking areas. Vehicles carrying essential commodities and ambulances were allowed to enter. Devotees were also allowed to visit all the Shiva temples in the city, where additional police personnel were deployed to maintain law and order. While millions of devotees were expected to take a holy dip at the Sangam on Mahashivratri, large crowds of devotees were also seen in Ayodhya and Varanasi. The officials were put on alert as a record number of devotees flocked these 2 towns on Mahashivratri. The authorities cancelled VIP darshan at the famous Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi, where millions of devotees paid obeisance and offered water.
श्री काशी विश्वनाथ धाम में महाशिवरात्रि सबसे बड़ा उत्सव होता है.
Mahashivratri is the biggest festival in Sri Kashi Vishwanath Dham. At this time, the world's biggest festival, Maha Kumbh, is going on, and Maha Kumbh concludes with the bath of Mahashivratri. Many Naga sannyasis also come to Kashi that day. Sri Kashi Vishwanath Trust has made arrangements to offer flowers to welcome them. Apart from this, we have other arrangements like the Lost and Found centers, end-to-end railing, and medical facilities. We will provide pilgrims standing in lines with water as well. We will try to do as much as we can for the pilgrims.
At Ayodhya, the Uttar Pradesh administration took steps to ensure a smooth and comfortable experience for the devotees visiting Ayodhya on Mahashivratri. The streets leading to the Lord Ram temple and Hanuman Gadi were packed. Officials managed the crowd and restrictions were imposed on traffic movement in the city.
We are making efforts to ensure that the devotees coming to Ayodhya are comfortable. Today, we had a meeting with the district administration and made many arrangements for the convenience of the people. Any devotee coming to Ayodhya will not face any inconvenience. Our traffic and diversion plans are ready.
The 45-day Maha Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj, which concludes on the 26th of February, witnessed numerous memorable events, from inspiring tales of spiritual transformation to amusing incidents. The Maha Kumbh has seen some moments that took the internet by storm. Let's take a look at some viral moments. Abhay Singh, an IIT Mumbai graduate, became a prominent figure due to his academic background and his embrace of spirituality. IIT Baba's interviews and views, which often clashed with the Juna Akhada's perspectives, led to his expulsion from the Kumbh Mela. However, his conversations continue to generate a significant social media buzz. The video of a necklace seller called Mona Lisa went viral. This 16-year-old from Madhya Pradesh became an overnight sensation at the Mela after an influencer shared her video online. Since then, many people have purchased necklaces from her at inflated prices. A man who bears an uncanny resemblance to Harry Potter's Daniel Radcliffe, the fictional character from J.K. Rowling's popular book series, had also gone viral. Then there was this influencer, Harsha Richarya, dubbed the glamorous Sadhvi. She sparked controversy after participating in a traditional procession for seers on a chariot at the Maha Kumbh festival. The controversy intensified, leading Harsha to announce her departure from the Maha Kumbh. She later took to social media to say she was not yet a fully ordained Sadhvi and was still on a journey of spiritual growth. Another story that made headlines and tugged at people's heartstrings was this story of a man who sold Tatun, teeth-cleaning twigs, to the devotees at the Kumbh Mela 2025. The man holding a bunch of Datun in his right hand explains his business idea in a video which has now gone viral on social media. He credits his girlfriend who motivated him to visit the Kumbh and start a temporary business. He has earned approximately $460 in just 5 days. Much like the Datun man, the Maha Kumbh has been a trade hotspot for many. In fact, the Maha Kumbh festival in the holy city of Prayagraj is estimated to have generated business of over $360 billion through goods and services, making it one of the biggest economic events of India. There was an increase in local trade with a surge in demand for Maha Kumbh themed products like diaries, calendars, jute bags, stationery, etc. The Kumbh's extraordinary scale also led to a major job boost, with millions of visitors splurging on accommodation, transport and food.
The demand for hotels has increased significantly and everyone is benefiting from the Kumbh Mela. From trolley vendors to taxi drivers and hotel owners, people across all strata are getting really good business. There has been a great economic boom in our area.
Before the Kumbh festival, fewer people used to come here, but now the demand for cars has increased significantly. In fact, the demand has surged across all businesses. But meeting demand has been a challenge. Those who cannot find hotels or cannot afford them due to high prices are staying outside Prayagraj. They are staying there and commuting to the Kumbh.
Spiritual and religious travel is big business in India, and the Maha Kumbh is no different. It has driven the country's consumer economy by blending faith with commerce.
Our country's economy rotates naturally with the help of small and big religious festivals. Festivals, whether Diwali or Holi, provide opportunities to all kinds of businesses and employment. This has been the economy since olden times.
प्रॉफिट भी पर्याप्त मात्रा में है, पर्याप्त फायदा है।
We are making enough profit here. We are getting a good response from the public. In fact, we are surprised to see that India's youth is so interested in our religion and spiritual products. It brings me happiness that people, and especially youth, are coming for religious items such as Rudraksh.
ये बहुत ही खुशी की बात है।
I have purchased some items for my children and grandchildren. I have also bought some photo frames and souvenirs of Prayagraj city.
Ancient mythology and planetary alignments drew millions of devotees to the Maha Kumbh 2025. But it was also the cutting-edge technology that engaged the faithful this year at the Mela. A major attraction has been the digital Maha Kumbh Experience Center. It's a massive gallery with multiple immersive reality screens depicting Hindu mythological stories. These installations include animated stories explaining the roots of the Hindu tradition. Murals, light displays, photo galleries and visual display screens all use futuristic tools for an enhanced experience for the visitors, including artificial intelligence or AI chatbots running interactive sessions. The massive event was constantly surveilled by drones with inbuilt AI to monitor crowd flow and traffic movement. It also helped track people who got lost or separated from loved ones.
We have set some parameters that are based on AI. As soon as those parameters are breached, we get information instantly, whether it is about crowd density or crowd flow, or crowd coinciding or barricade breaching. We also have smoke and fire detection facilities. We also have an automatic number plate recognition system for vehicles.
Despite the Kumbh area being monitored digitally with the usage of modern technologies and artificial intelligence to manage the crowds, these advanced tools couldn't prevent the tragedy that struck the Maha Kumbh Mela last month. In the early hours of January 29th, as millions of pilgrims gathered to take a holy dip on the occasion of Mauni Amavasya, one of the most auspicious days of the Hindu calendar, at least 30 people lost their lives and 60 were injured in the pre-dawn stampede in the Sangam area of the Maha Kumbh. At this point of time, the UP government has formed a judicial commission to ascertain the facts that led to the stampede. The UP government has told the Allahabad High Court that it has expanded the scope of the commission to also include investigations of the deaths and loss of property in the incident. The stampede at the Maha Kumbh revealed the human side of the administration, which is not infallible. But then nothing tests crowd management quite like religious gatherings and beliefs. And so, yet again, on the 26th of February 2025, on the auspicious event of Maha Shivratri, the roads leading in and out of Prayagraj are filled with millions of devotees, stretching as far as the eye can see. They've all gathered to take a holy dip at the confluence, seeking to cleanse themselves of their past sins and attain moksha. In a country of 1.4 billion people, faith is a driving force that remains unwavering.